Mulching your yard is an easy project, or is it? I didn't write that. I don't think it's easy. But did you know there is a wrong and right way to do it? In this week's Rooted in Florida segment, Jim Mulch from the Florida Friendly Landscaping Program in Pasco County is back to show us what we need to do. You say it's easy as long as you know what to do, because I guess it's easy to also do it the wrong way.
It is easy to do it wrong way. We do see this a lot, and I don't know where the practice started, but we see people over mulching or getting that mulch right up against the stems of their trees or their shrubs. And I like to think of it as like a wet Band-Aid against my finger.
Okay, I think we have some pictures.
Yeah,
so you want to go ahead and show them? Because less is more, essentially, you're saying.
And here's me out in the field fairly recently, and that's an oak tree, and I'm pulling the mulch back. You can see the tree almost looks like a telephone pole in the ground going straight down. And as I dug around, you can see in the next picture that it's about 4 inches too deep, and that mulch, see how it was against the stem of that tree? If that were to remain there for another several months or a couple of years, that tree would probably start to rot and die prematurely.
Now, why is that?
Because that mulch is holding moisture against the tree trunk or the stems of your shrubs.
And it's too much moisture? It's too much water for that?
Right, against the stems, but it retains the moisture in the soil, which during our drought is a good thing.
Okay.
And that's why mulch is good, and if we do it now, right ahead of our rainy season beginning, we'll get ahead of weeds that'll come up during the rains, and also retain that moisture that is necessary for plants to grow.
Good
and
to know.
Save on your water bill too.
And there are a ton of different types of mulch. So how do you best choose what is best for your house, for your garden, for your plants in your house?
From aesthetic is one of the important things. Some people find pine needles to be very pleasing aesthetically. Other people prefer pine bark. Other people will go with eucalyptus. You asked me about insects.
Yeah, I told you I was going to ask you, is there anything that keeps snakes or bugs?
Well, eucalyptus, as long as it smells kind of like a cough drop, will repel some insects. I'm not sure about the snakes.
Okay, all right.
Melaleuca mulch, University of Florida did some research on it. That's also known as the punk tree. That's growing in our wetlands of Florida, and we're removing this invasive exotic, grinding it up and turning it into mulch, which is a good way of getting rid of that invasive exotic. And it's treated so it won't grow, but in research, Melaleuca was liked the least by termites. Oh,
I like that, yes.
So it's hard to find, but it is.
Where can you buy these? I mean, the counties?
Counties, you can sometimes in your municipality, you may have the utility mulch available. You can call your local county for more information and when it's available and how to get it. Other times you can get it at home improvement centers, garden centers. Heck, I've even seen grocery stores, but usually what I see in the grocery stores are sometimes what the ones we like to avoid. I see a lot of cypress mulch being sold.
Is it because we're here in Florida, or what's wrong with cypress mulch?
The problem with it is we're taking it out of our beautiful wetlands, and it's being taken out faster than what it's being regrown.
So not environmentally friendly.
Right, it's not sustainable. Eucalyptus is purposefully grown for mulch and other pulp.
Okay. And we see stone down here. That
stone,
sure does look pretty.
Yeah, and people think it's forever, and it gets very hot. Rubber mulch is even equally as bad.
Okay.
Both rock and rubber we do not consider Florida-friendly mulches.
Okay.
They don't retain moisture. They get extremely hot, so your plants literally cook. And they're using more water because they're in this heat island surrounded by these rock or rubber mulches.
Not to put you on the spot, what about red mulch? I feel like we see a lot of that.
Red mulch is okay. I personally don't like it because I just don't like the color, but what that is recycled wood products, and it's various different types of wood, and so it doesn't look kind of odd with different shades of brown. They use a tint to give it a uniform color. Any
plants or anything that we should not be mulching, that should not have any mulch around it? I mean, what are the best things to put mulch on?
The only thing I can think of that I would recommend against mulching would be citrus trees. They actually like our deep sandy soils, and it actually, if we get cold, it'll inhibit that heat from coming up from the ground on a chilly night. But other than that, around our trees, around our shrubs is great, retaining the moisture, breaking down and improving our poor sandy soils. But just keep it away from the stems.
If anyone has any questions, I know you're always answering phone calls.
Oh yeah, we're always answering phone calls. You can call me at the Extension office in Pasco County. You can call your local Extension office in Hillsborough or Pinellas County.
You guys are always so friendly and helpful. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, more details on our website as well.